All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa Qadash. And that's saying Yahawah, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, and Yahweh. Yahawashi is the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and Yeshua. And Rawchaa Qadash is the name of the Holy Spirit, all in the ancient Hebrew tongue, the Rawchaa Qadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim out here pushing this word in sincerity, truth, and in faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those about people that very well may look exactly like the other nations, but their heritage through their father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Hebrew Israelites. All right. I got another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it He was a cunning hunter. Okay, because I came with that title because I seen this guy. He had a tattoo on his arm, and it said Hunter. And you could tell that it's a Edomite, okay? But that's his character, okay? That's how the Lord Yahawashi created him, to be a hunter, okay? For certain reasons. All right, we're going to get into all of that, all right? And this is part of that hunting, okay? I ran across this video. Hope I don't get no strike for it because it's a little controversial, as they say.
What I'm about to show you is shocking. I didn't come on here today to make any videos to heap more misery on recent black history, but then I was watching a video and this popped up and I froze it and I read it, and this will make you understand the terrorism of black people in America in the 20th century. On my screen popped up this newspaper headline. It's from a New Orleans newspaper. It says New Orleans State, and it is the 1927, 1 year before my dad was born. And it's telling the people that there's going to be a lynching. John Hartfield will be lynched by Ellisville mob at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And then it says, Negro jerky and sullen as burning hour nears. So this newspaper is telling the people that they're going to burn a man alive and turn him into Negro jerky. This is a newspaper advertising the fact that there's going to be a murder. And obviously they know who is going to be involved in that murder. This shows you how powerless black people were in America, that this could be advertised on the front of a newspaper. So what would happen? Thousands of people would turn up to watch John Hartfield be lynched by this mob from Ellisville. This is why there was a mass immigration of black people from the southern states of America, and they went north to Chicago and to New York to get away from this terrorism they were suffering. A terrorism so bad that they could do nothing about it. That a newspaper could advertise what was going to happen at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so people could turn up and watch somebody be murdered, and take photographs and take souvenirs. Not only was he going to be murdered, they were going to turn him into Negro jerky. They were going to barbecue this man, and the newspapers is advertising it. And these people who were going to do this called themselves God-fearing Christians. They went to church on Sunday and they prayed, and they were proud in their Christianity, and they sang hymns and they worshipped the Lord. And then they went and barbecued a man and took photographs and souvenirs and postcards and had a picnic whilst it was going on, with no thought of church and Christianity and the hymns they'd just been singing and the prayers they'd just been praying about your fellow man. Because at the end of the day, these black people in America were not fellow men. They weren't human, were they? They were just Negro jerky. Sick. This is sickening. This is American history that they don't want taught, that they don't want people to talk about. They don't want black people to bring it up. There's a lot of black families in America. I'm sure there's some of you watching this video who have relatives who suffered this fate. And you understand the fear that your ancestors in the 20th century America, in the early part of it especially, the fear that they must have been suffering every day. That's why they were so humble, kept their heads down, just stayed out of trouble, didn't want to upset anybody, because their fate could have been this. And there's no law to protect them, because a newspaper could advertise it on the front. An editor of a newspaper could put this on the front, knowing there would be no repercussions, and nobody would come to him to ask him who murdered John Hartfield. Sick. Hi, it's Quaini here. What I'm about to show you is shocking.
Okay. There you go. All right. So we've been pursued by Esau ever since our forefather Isaac passed away. Okay. Esau been after us ever since. All right. Really, he's been after us since Cain. Okay, he was wroth. That's Cain in the reincarnation, and he was wroth with his brother because his brother Abel came with the right sacrifice, and he trying to sacrifice some fruit instead of the first of his flock. Okay, always trying to cut corners. Okay, and being deceitful. Okay, like he is. That's why he's the deceiver. Okay, the devil. All right. And you know, the guy was bringing out on the video how less of power that like we had no power in our hands, no strength, to whereas they could advertise premeditated unaliving. Okay, they could advertise it in the newspaper, you know, and nothing would happen to the newspaper, to the people that done it, you know, to the people that watch it and witness it. Nothing, because there was no might in our hands. This was the curse from the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi. That's how you know it's a curse, because we were stronger. We as a people, we are way stronger than the Edomites. Okay, the Israelites are way stronger. But because of the curse, the curses, the Lord put a spirit of fear on us. Okay? Because Esau couldn't have done it without that, without the Lord intervening. Okay? The Lord had to bring us down low. All right? Because the scriptures have to play out. All right? So let's get into some scriptures right quick. This is Genesis 25. I'm going to start at 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord, Yahawashi, was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Okay. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. They were already fighting in the womb, okay? Jacob and Esau, Cain and Abel, the so-called black man and the white man, okay? And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Okay, now you understand that even though they were twins, they were 2 different people. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay, we're separate people. We're not the same, even though we come out of the same womb, basically at the same time. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and that's us. We way stronger than them. And the elder shall serve the younger. The only way that they're stronger than us right now is because the Lord blessed them, gave them their blessing, which was the sword. Okay? But in the day of vengeance, that sword is not going to do them any good. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Okay? And what do they call the so-called white man back in the South? They call them the rednecks. Okay? Because they neck can get as red as that book that's on the screen. Okay? It can get that red. Alright? From their blood showing forth through their skin. Their skin is translucent. Okay? Like clear. Okay? No pigment. Alright? It says, and they call his name Esau. Okay? And after that came his brother And after that came his brother out, and they didn't even describe his color, because he was normal. And his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Okay, see where I got the title from, okay? A man of the field. Okay, and when you go to the grocery store and look at the magazines, and you see fishing stream, hunter, camping, all of that, mountain climbing, parasailing, skydiving, all of that stuff, that's Esau. He the one doing all of that, man. We're not doing that. It said, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. That's where you find us. You find us at the crib, chilling. Okay? Chilling. All right? This is Genesis 27:35, and he said, and this is going into when Jacob supplanted Esau, okay, for the birthright, okay, in the blessing rather. He said, thy brother came with subtlety. This is Isaac talking, and he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and had taken away thy blessing. Jacob had already got the birthright. Now he got the blessing too. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? This is Esau speaking. For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Okay. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, so the Lord gave Esau the dominion of the earth for a period of time. Okay, he came from under the yoke, all right, of Israel. And he was able to go out into the world and conquer the world. Job 9:24. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? And Esau hated Jacob. Okay? That's why they hate us, because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then meaning when he's passed away, when Isaac's passed away, will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay? That's what he's been doing ever since. All right? Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawashi, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. And you should know what perpetual means. Without end, over and over. And he kept his wrath forever. Okay, even up until this day. From the beginning, back there in Genesis. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra. So, Esau, you got it coming. Okay? You really got it coming. This is Deuteronomy 28. The 28th chapter describes the curses, how the Lord was going to bring this devil against us, not only him, but other devils too. Deuteronomy 28:49, the Lord, Yahawashi, shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Okay, we know that that's dealing with Esau, because that's his nation symbol. His bird is the eagle. The Greeks, the Romans, okay, the British, the Americans, all of them got the eagle. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. Okay, and that's happened back in 70 AD. Okay, and it's about to happen again. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thine kind, or flocks of sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And we are destroyed as a people, because we don't have any of these things which translate into today's merchandise. We don't own any of these things, man. We don't have no car company. We don't have no food processing plants. Okay, we don't have none of that stuff in a big way. Okay, he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land, which the Lord, Yahawashi, thy power hath given thee. Okay, like I said, that happened and all the captivities we were in. Okay, it's about to happen again in this one. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And that's what happened to us, man. That's why divide and conquer. We have been divided and conquered, but only because Yahawashi willed it to be. Okay, it was not really of these nations. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 29, it said, and thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Okay? And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. And that's where we are right now. Okay? We are oppressed and spoiled. Okay? That's why the other nations are able to come over to America or wherever we are, go into our neighborhoods and set up shop and become rich. Okay? Become prosperous. Alright? He says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Okay? Slavery. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. The White House. Okay? Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Okay? Got all this nice wine and everything. Alright? All over the earth. It's a card. The northern kingdom out there picking, you know. Not being able to partake in the drinking of it. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. Okay? Exactly. No might. That's what the guy was saying. You know? We were powerless, and still is powerless against the Edomite. The Lord gave him power over us. Okay? That's why one small little Edomite cop can come and run up on 20 jakes, and they'll just run like roaches. Okay? You even got to have a gun out. Okay? The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. Okay? And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed alway, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So the Lord Yahawashi shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed from the sole of thy feet unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. Okay? And our king was oppressed over here with us. King Masha. Okay? He was over here with us, man. This is already taking place. Alright? This scriptures is the script. Verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, nigger, spig, tomahawk, all of those, wetback, beaner, all that, among all nations whither the Lord YAHAWAH shall lead thee. See, we're being led. Okay? It's not of our own power and strength that we're in the condition that we're in. Remember, the Lord made the creature subject unto vanity. He made us go off. He created us like that with sin in us. Okay? It's all for the big picture. Right? Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Okay? So nothing that our hands doing on this side is going to prosper. Okay? Because of the curses. Alright? It says, just 43, the strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And we see that. We see all these nations over here. They're over here prospering in our neighborhoods. Okay, from our money. Okay, and you got dumb Jake out there You know, that, like Cat Williams says, China, tell me I fight against the Chinese, everything in my house is from China. Exactly. Okay. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And that's where we are. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not to the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. We had been commanded to do it, and we refused. Okay? And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So there you go again, vocab, Malone. Okay, where does the Bible say that the curse is going to be on you? That you're going to know by the curses. There it is. It's going to be a sign. The things that the curses entail, those things are going to befall us. And who else on the earth is going through all these curses but us? Has been going through these curses for thousands of years. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh, thy power, with joyfulness, and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until thou have been destroyed. Okay, that's another sign. Put in yoke of iron on Google and see who comes up. Okay? It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. There that eagle go again. A nation whose tongues thou shalt not understand. And we know who that is. Okay? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flock of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. Okay? When they came over here to America, this place was already booming. Okay? Houses, fields, orchards, all of that. And who came and took it? Evil E. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahawashi thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in straitness wherein thine enemies shall distress thee. That happened in 70 A.D., and it's about to happen again. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's happening right now. Who else? Everybody know that Jake do that. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in the siege, and in the straitness wherein thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Okay, this thing is serious. This is a serious ordeal that we're going through. Okay? 63. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord Yahawah will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. So it don't make the Lord no difference if you do good or evil. He got you anyway. And ye shall be plucked off the land whither thou goest to possess it. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay? And that's being done right now. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall thy sole of thy feet have rest, but the Lord Yahawashi, Yahawashi, shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and a sorrow of mind. Okay? It's like we always go into when the police get behind you, even though you got your registration, license, insurance, You wasn't speeding, you wasn't doing nothing, but you ain't doing nothing. But when he comes behind you, your heart start racing. Okay? Trembling. Okay? Trembling heart. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, because just like Ice Cube said, you don't know if you're going to live to see another 24. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have no assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were eve, and at eve thou shalt say, would God it were morn, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. Okay, we ain't going to see our homeland, okay, until the Lord puts us back in there. That's where he spoke unto us. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women. And no man shall buy you, or no man shall save you, like it said in the other verse. Okay? So, that's what happened. That's why Esau was made to honor. Okay? What's the scripture say? Deliver me, O Lord, from the wicked, which is thy sword. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? They did it back then. This looked like it could be like the 50s or something like that, early 60s or something. Okay? And they doing it now. Same thing. Skin tone is not a crime, but I beg to differ with that statement. Okay? Because in Genesis, 25 and 25 it is, when Esau came out, he came out red all over, like in hairy garment. Okay? I think maybe 27 or something. Alright? And red, the color red is crimson. The crime comes from crimson, from red. Okay, so his skin tone is a crime. He is a crime. He is the man of sin. Okay, but he tries to make it to whereas, with even his, what's that religion? That Mormon, like the color brown, the dark skin is the sin. No, red is the sin. Red is the crime. Okay, crimson. All right. Esau is a hunter. All right. But he's going to get what he deserves for doing that. Even though he hunted us, he was supposed to stop at some point, but he hasn't stopped. Okay, we're going to be found in his hand. Okay. Ezekiel 35, it says, more of the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Okay, and Mount Seir is Edom. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, Yahawashi. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahawah, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Okay, now the pursuer is going to become the pursuee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out and him that returneth. Okay, the Lord going to jack y'all up. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In the hills and in the valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee a perpetual desolation. Okay, you hated us perpetually. The Lord is going to make you a perpetual desolation. And thou city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Okay, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and I will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Okay, he's talking those two cities is Israel and Judah, the northern and southern kingdom. Okay, it said, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power Yahweh, Shem Yahawashi, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Okay, the way y'all hated us, that's how the Lord gonna hate you. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Okay. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Yeah. You keep on thinking that. Okay, that's what you thought. And you think the Lord is going to come back for us and then remember what you did to us and make you pay for it. You're going to pay. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Okay, also all that blasphemous stuff you speak, the Lord heard that. Thus saith the Lord power, Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou did rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. Y'all, Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Okay, so there you go. They're gonna know. The Lord gonna make you desolate, even though He made you the hunter. Okay, He's gonna make you desolate, man. All right, and your time is almost up. You're circling the drain like this clock is doing. Okay, time of Jacob's trouble is upon us. All right, this is definitely here. The MOT to the B. Don't sleep. All right. WW3 is in the air. The War of Armageddon. Okay. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Most High's Valley of Decision and Judgment. Okay. This is the fate of America. United States of America. Okay. The day of infamy. It will come. It's going to come. Alright? Just like Yahawashi Shem Yahawashi is coming. So I'm going to end it right there, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawashi Shem Yahawashi. Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Archium. Alright? We have to speak the kingdom of heaven into existence on a daily, man. So we're definitely almost out of this piece, man. Alright? So keep the faith. Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. Until the next time, I want to say Shalom.